For today's project, I'm going to be converting my turn signals, my rear turn signals on my 2012 Fatbob to running lights / turn signals. Harley Davidson sells a module for this that's, I don't know, about 80 bucks. I think I can do it with a couple little pieces I have laying around. So stay tuned and we'll see if I can pull it off. Okay, on the diagram here you can kind of see what the plan is. These are just two wires I made into just a Y. Nothing exciting there, they're just soldered here. And these are the little thingies that I made. These are 5 amp diodes. And that is a 1/2 watt 560 ohm resistor. But if you notice on the diodes, they have a silver end. That end has to go in the direction of the flow of power. So in this case, the power is flowing from left to right. So that's really important. What the diodes do is they keep the system from backfeeding power onto itself, pretty much. It's almost like a little gateway. So it's really important that you have those on there the correct way. And all I've done is I've just soldered this stuff together. Maybe if I open it up a little bit, you can kind of see a little more clearly what's going on there. So you remove the seat, and in here, if you look, this is your entire rear lighting harness, and you can see how it goes in the fender there. It's pretty easy to see what's what. And it also has a tag on it that says, you know, that it's the rear harness. So I cut this open, this sheathing stuff here. I don't know if I'll be able to pull it open with one hand here, but anyway, pull that open, unplug this, and these are all the wires that you need to do this job. These are the wires that we're working with, just these 3 right here. I just put the paper towel there so it's a little easier to see. So just, you know, kind of pull them apart so you can really see what's up here. So we've got brown, blue, and purple. Purple is the left turn signal power. Brown is the right turn signal power. And blue is the tail light, not the brake light, but the tail light. So that's an always on, this blue one. So our goal is to essentially hook this blue wire into the brown wire and the purple wire so we illuminate the turn signals. But we've also got to maintain the turn signal capability of those. The way we're going to do that is by these little contraptions that I showed a few minutes ago. We're going to be hooking this blue wire to the diode with the resistor on it. And what that will do, what the resistor does, is it dims that light. So it will illuminate the rear turn signal, but it'll be dimmer than it will be when it flashes, if that makes sense. So that's the one that's going to go to the wire with the resistor. And then this other one is just in line with it. Basically, you're just going to put it right in line for the purple one and another one in line for the brown one. This blue Y that I made, it's going to connect to here, the blue wire, and then each end is going to go to those. I made 2 of these little assemblies. So it's going to go from the blue wire to each one of these, one for the right signal and one for the left signal. Okay, again, we're going on the diode side, or the resistor side. These are going to be soldered together. Got to have your heat shrink tube. And the key to soldering is a clean soldering iron. Make sure it's nice and clean, otherwise soldering just sucks. So here's everything all sealed up. So now we've just, I'm going to put a piece of bigger shrink tube over this just to make it one single unit. So it'll have just the 2 wires sticking out here, here, and then there. And it should be a lot tidier to install. Okay, we're back over at the bike. This is the tail light wire, the blue one. You get your pick kind of in the middle of the wires. And just try to get it as centered as you can, just so you can, so I don't know if you can see how that's opened up. And that's where this blue pigtail is going to go. So that'll go right in through there, like that. Just kind of squeeze it tight, wrap it around, get a nice tight hold on there, get it all secured, and then I will solder that little guy there. And then I'll cover it in liquid electrical tape and then good quality 3M vinyl electrical tape. Okay, and this is the brown wire. I just nip that. The current is coming essentially from this point because it plugs into the harness and it goes out to the tail light. You know, it goes around and that away. I'll strip that back. I'm going to make this a little bit shorter, but basically that's going to go there, you can see. And then we've got our little contraption here, and then the out will go on this end of the wire here. Now this is the other end of the wire that we cut. You can see it, this guy down here. So that's going to go like so. And we're just going to do the same thing on the purple wire that we did with the brown wire. Leave myself a little bit of space here. It's not even much. It's not quite as much as I like, but it'll work. I hate these things. Okay. Yeah, see? Clean cut every time. Dumb things. I'm sure somebody who does wiring, like 12-volt wiring, electrical stuff in cars and whatever for a living, was looking at this just totally face-palming, but I'm not a professional. This should be our last solder joint. This stuff is handy. It's just liquid electrical tape. Comes in lots of colors. I just get it in black. It's a really good way to seal joints like this where you can't get a piece of shrink tube on. Once that's dry, then I'll tape it up with the 3M vinyl tape again. That's about as neatly as you can do it. I generally don't like electrical tape for stuff like this, but you know, I don't really have much of a choice. I'm not going to be able to get the, you know, the stock tubing back on there. But what I'll do is I'll try to pack as much as I can in there, and then I'll just put a little bit of electrical tape around it to try to, you know, keep it clean looking. Actually a little more room to tuck it in than I thought there would be. So there you go. Can't even tell if anything was done in there. So we've got our brake and running lights now, or tail and running. So that the actual tail light, you know, the brake light comes on, not the running lights. I didn't wire it like that. So So we got right signal, and left signal. Very nice. Then hazards. All right. Works mint. Okay, a little bonus instruction. Now that we've got the turn signals operating as running lights as well, figured while I'm in here I might as well throw in a taillight strobe. And I got these off of Amazon, I think, for, I don't know, it was like 10 bucks for 4 of them. And I've put these in many bikes and they always work and they last. Just a taillight modulator, so when you hit your brakes it flashes and it really helps with visibility. So I like these things. So that's what we're gonna stick in here now that we're, you know, already fiddling around in here, might as well. You know, per the wiring diagram, this red with yellow wire is the brake light and the black is ground. If you see on here, it shows in and out, and then red is positive, black is ground on both. So it's just simply a matter of putting them right in line. Cut there, and cut there, strip them back. We'll see if it works. Okay. All right, works. Excellent. So here's a final look at everything all tidied up. There's the original, you know, harness and connector and all that. All the wiring that I did is underneath there. You probably can't see it because I'm going to create a shadow, but you can't see. Anyway, it's all tucked under there neatly, out of the harm's way. This is the brake light modulator jobber, and it's just two-sided taped on here, so that's not going anywhere either. That's it. It's all buttoned down and ready to go. Well, I hope you found that useful. If you're looking to do an inexpensive mod on your Harley, don't necessarily have to pay Harley Davidson $80 for the module and then who knows how much to install it. Granted, they're plug and play, but for me, half the fun is creating something and then making it work. So that's cool. It turned out well. And as always, if I can do it, you can do it. Thanks for watching.